The age receivables were out of control. And we knew we had to have those awkward conversations.
How did you find the scripts that we had on chasing up receivables?
That was very beneficial. It's something I always knew I had to do. If you say this, you can get that over the line. Got on the phone, used that script, and I was able to pull back some outstanding fees. Before we started, our age receivables were in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it never got down. Where right now they're only sort of 1 or 2 weeks behind, which is
wow, that's huge. But can you tell us a little bit about who you are and your business, the clients that you serve?
GDS as a business has been around for about just over 30 odd years. And what we've done is we've really turned the business around. For a very long time, it's always been a small business, 6 to 8 staff members. Then I started slowly building it up, trying to get new clients into the business. Where we are today, we're about 35 staff members in total, specialised in the niche areas of private developers, high net worth individuals who like to fly underneath the radar. So they come to us as a sort of one-stop shop for a lot of their land subdivisions.
What were some of the biggest challenges that were affecting both business and also personally?
Cash flow has always been an issue for us. Obviously, the lifeblood of the business has been a balancing act on all sides of the production line. So that's been a big challenge. The age receivables were out of control. We knew we had to have those awkward conversations. The fact that the projects go for years has developed a bit of a rapport with these people. It almost becomes like a partnership, friendship sort of rapport, which makes it awkward and difficult to chase because it's seen as a very awkward sort of task. But I think we've learned those skills to actually chase from a professional and amicable standpoint. And learning those skills has helped us get the cash flow right back in.
The cash flow, it's always, as a business owner, it's the stuff that keeps you up at night. Everyone wonders, is enough money in the bank to pay wages? Is a BAS payment due soon? The stuff that always keeps you awake. And we've really changed the way we've forecasted since we're dealing with AG. So before it was pretty much on a month-to-month basis to see how much money is in the bank account, see how much money goes in and out. We were tracking it, but not to the degree that we are tracking now with AG, which is, I think that's been one of the benefits we've had with you guys, is that we're a lot more accountable, so we know exactly where we are and where we need to be and where we need to keep tracking in the months to come. It's both scary and healthy at the same time, but I think it's healthy because it is scary. Because you need to know, okay, 2 months' time, this is where we're going to be. We've got to do those 2 millimeter changes now because we'll be impacted.
Cash flow is like oxygen, and as soon as you lose the cash flow, you can have your profit and loss can look fantastic, but you've got no cash flow, you're out of a business. Because what's about profit and loss is fiction. It's not real. That's what you see on your balance sheet. Most people don't understand the difference between that. What was the particular tool inside that really snapped for you? I was like, oh, that's the thing that we've been missing.
I think I've got to treat it more like a business rather than sort of a personal company because a lot of the projects that I'm sort of heavily involved in the trenches, because of the relationship you have with the clients, you feel as if it's your project. So probably stepping back then, having that hard and awkward conversation with the client saying, look, we need to run our own business and keep pushing it that way. So it's more about the accountability and looking at the cash flow and goes, okay, these projects are delayed. We're helping the client. We're not the funders of the project.
Because when you look at receivables, you're effectively what happens is you become your bank for your client, except that it's at zero interest rate.
For me, it became a realization that it should be more of a team sort of symbiotic sort of exercise whereby the fact that they weren't paying is almost disrespectful. It was almost some sort of a mindset shift that we had to actually tell them that we need to get paid in order for us to be able to prioritize your work. It was a bit of a mindset shift. And now we've got somebody dedicated to chase these people using those scripts, using those methods. And consequently, the actual age receivables have gone from 7-figure position down to next to nothing.
Wow, that's huge. So what does that do for your level of confidence in the business?
Being able to stay in control of our cash flow is very important for us because we've started a new arm of the company as well, Astral. It's a surveying arm that we've kicked off as well. Having a strong cash flow is allowing us to actually be able to do that because we need to purchase new equipment, set up different parts of that company, and also being able to plan for the future.
What does that mean for you around your ability to recruit and to bring the right talent into your team?
So I think once upon a time, we made a couple of decisions in terms of putting people on without knowing what the cash flow really looked like, whether next month was going to be a good month or a bad month. It was kind of like hey, what's the team up here? And then we make a decision. Now we can kind of, put our high beams on, look into the future and say, okay, next month is looking healthy. So, we know the pipeline is looking good. There's a bit of work coming up so we can make that strategic decision. Yeah, it arms us with the tools we need to make an informed decision there.
So, Matt, just with that, given that you've been in this business now for 2 decades, what's the difference now compared to in the past from your ability to navigate the business in the direction that you want it to go?
For many years, the business was more reactive. We're always catching up. We're never planning better for the future. So now we're a bit more proactive now, so we can see what's coming up now, so we're a bit more prepared and planned. As a business owner, it gives you a little bit more comfort, you know what's coming up, rather than wake up in the morning, getting a phone call in the morning, and, oh, okay, big bushfire started. How are we going to deal with this today? We have no idea how we're going to deal with that. And that was the way the business was run for many years.
But if you go back a couple of years ago, what was a typical week like?
There was a lot of reactivity, which worked for the era. However, now we've had to level up. In order for us to scale, we have to level up higher. So this is where AG comes in. This is where we're starting to actually ratchet up and get better.
Pretty much the three of us get together as we are now on a Thursday morning. We're working on the business. Sure, we're looking at CapEx, we're looking at cash flow, we're looking at many things, not just direct project work, but actually working on the business. We knew what we had to do, but AG is pretty much forcing us or pushing us to get structured. Have the startup meeting as we do now on the Mondays, and have the win the week on the Monday, and then following up there on the Thursday, which has been great. We're spending more time working on the business, and that's how we changed. Whereas before we were so project focused and we're just doing reactive meetings.
So what have you guys done around your profit margins? Like, where was it at, and where is it now? And what was the thing you did that made the difference?
I think a big one there is we probably didn't know what our profit margin was last year. We didn't know what we needed to stay open or what was coming up, or it was probably just a big question mark. Now, whereas we know how much our operating expenses are, we know what's coming up next month, we're predicting forward in the future. We know what projects are ending soon, so the vision is very clear at the moment.
There's a fundamental understanding of how much our operating costs are, how much our current take is, and how much where we need to be in order to actually make a certain profit and actually scale up.
Love it. Finish this sentence for me. I almost didn't become a member of Abundance Global because
of skepticism and because of lack of belief that things could change with your assistance.
I didn't think that we could be taught anything we didn't really know, but it was a real eye-opener when you realise these are the things you should be doing. They were very simple stuff, but you just realise that when you put a pen to paper and you actually action them, it has massive effects. We potentially didn't join Abundance Global because you weren't specialists in our industry, and that was one of the things holding back. Okay, they don't know anything about engineering, construction, development. But it's not about that.
Yeah, it's a great point, because one of the reasons we've been able to get the sustained results is actually the cross-pollination of different industries, because most people, they just stick to an industry. They're doing the same cookie-cutter stuff that everyone else is doing. And it's usually not based on principles. It's just do this thing and just do this thing, whereas we pair it back to go, here's the principle. So once you learn the principle, you can apply it in any circumstance. And what that does is actually really growing your own level of business mastery. And you guys, we're so proud of the work you guys done as far as the execution, and the way you've executed has just been amazing. So I want to give you massive kudos for how well that you've approached and how well you've brought in your energy and then applied it to the systems and the process and the structure that we've got. So well done for you on that. Who would you recommend Abundance Global for?
I think AG is best suited for small, medium companies of any industry, given the shared nature of the challenges that they all face. For those who are committed and want change.
One of the things we learned there from AG is keep yourself focused and put your energy in the direction you want to go, and the work will go. So if you just concentrate on what you want to be doing and stay laser focused on that, you'll find that people will generally come on board and they follow you, rather than trying to shoot in all different directions. Stay in the same direction and people will come along. Stay laser focused. Do the small tasks first, do the easy ones first, while you keep working at the large ones. The 2 millimeter changes have a massive effect over the long term.
Yeah, indeed. Love it.
If someone down the road is watching this and you're looking to quit your business and you're stuck in a rut and you're not sure about joining AG, I would say probably give it a chance. You don't have much to lose there. Give it a red hot crack. That's what we did. We were in a tough position. We gave it a chance, and now we're heading in the right direction, making positive changes. So looking forward to looking back in a couple of years and counting all our money. And so those are the greatest decisions we made.
Love it. Well, fellas, we love having you in the community. We love the way you are executing. We only just got started. We just got to the starting line. But you guys are in pole position, and just, again, want to commend you for your ability to execute in the way you communicate. I'd say the thing that's pleased us from a advisory and coaching team is the way the three of you have been working together. And that approach just means you're going from step to step. So just want to say massive kudos and well played and good job, fellas.
I want to say massive thank you for your teaching too and your learning.
Yeah, thanks, David.